Hello, fellow science students and scholars of biology and science in general. This is Science Tutor Online, and today I'm going to give you a very quick introduction to Evernote. This is one of my new favorite toys to play with, and if you're one of my regular students, you'll be seeing a lot of it. We'll be using it in class. But let me just show you quickly what we can do here. I've saved a bunch of interesting websites that have some useful information for various science projects and classes. You don't have to just use Evernote for science, you can use it for any class. And let's say we're at the earthquakes page, and this is from the US Geological Service. What they do is they keep track basically of every earthquake that happens, and you can see the Richter scale here. And you can go to a map that shows you where the earthquake took place. So let's go to this one in Russia and see what happened. So suppose I was doing a report on earthquakes in Russia and I wanted this information. And so I'm going to save this. You can see down here there's a bit of a map here that's coming into focus. Now here's where Evernote comes in. Suppose I want to save this bit. I open up Evernote and I'm going to actually, once you've downloaded Evernote, you get this little icon of an elephant that's in the center or in the upper right hand corner of your browser. It will be somewhere on your browser depending. I'm going to click on that. It's going to open up this Evernote, and now I can choose, I'll say Jacobino's 27 notebook. I'll get to the notebooks in a second. Evernote lets you organize your notebooks in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to call this one, I just say I use the keywords, the tags earthquake, and I'll also use Russia. And now anytime I do a search for those two keywords or those two tags, it will bring up this website. Now down here I can clip the article if I wish to. That's the part that's lit up down here. Or I have the other option of clipping the entire page or just the URL. Now probably you're going to want just this information about the event time. So I'm going to click on click article. And don't worry, because Evernote does save your URLs as well. So clip article. Now you might be asking yourself, what's so great about this? So I saved a URL or I saved an article, whoopee. Okay, so I click there. Here's the cool thing about Evernote. It works across all your devices since you log onto it. That means I can access this from my phone, from any computer I have, from someone else's computer if I want to log in, from an iPad. And so you've got a lot of options. And also, it lets you organize them in a lot of ways. I showed you the keywords, but that's the tags. I keep calling them keywords because basically they are keywords, even though they're called tags. And it's really cool to be able to log in things with tags, to find things with tags. However, there are other advantages to Evernote as well. Here we've got something about the National Oceanographic Data Center. Suppose I want some information about sea turtles and mammals that were stranded. Okay, I'm going to save this. Now this one's got a lot of links on it. I don't want to save every one individually, but I want to have this for later. So I click on my Evernote thing, and this time I'll just save the URL. So this time we'll click this off. We'll say you can use as many tags as you want. I'm going to use oceans and turtles just to be efficient there. And in this case, I'm not going to clip the article. I'm going to clip the URL. That means I can come back to this page when I wish to. So I'll clip it. Now let me show you what's great about, let me close that part. What's really good about Evernote is that not only can you organize it with multiple tags so that in the future you can just do a search in your Evernotes and you'll find the notes that you want, but also you can create notebooks, and this is really the big advantage, and this is what we'll be using in class, which is why I'm showing you this video. So Evernote gives you the option of creating a notebook, and as you can see I've got a couple notebooks here. I'll click on notebooks, got Jacobino 27's notebook, RPC, and unorganized. Suppose I made a new notebook. Let me call this test. And this is because I'm going to test this notebook. Now the key about a notebook is that you can share it with others. So if I create a test notebook, I can share it with all of my students. And this means that any notebooks I put in here, all of you will have instant access to them. And if you're signed on to Evernote, then in real time you'll have access to all the Evernotes, all the notes that I clip and link and put in the notebook titled Test. If I share Jacobino 27's notebook with you, then you will be able to add notes to it as well, and you'll also be able to read all of my notes. So this is really useful. You can create notebooks specific to a project or a class and use them. If you're a teacher, you can create a notebook for a particular test or a particular assignment or a particular class, and all of your students, you can share it with all of your students and they'll have access. If you are a student and you're working on a project, you can create a notebook for that project and everyone else who's working on it will have access. So this is a very useful tool. I'm still learning how to use it. It's been around for a while. I'm a little slow, I apologize, but I highly recommend Evernote. If you're not using it, get on it. It's a very good thing to be doing. And that's all for today. Thanks for listening.